Hey everybody, this is Kenya. Welcome to 40 Entrepreneur Drive. I am a 40-year-old single mom that has decided that I want to become an entrepreneur. And so this is my journey into learning business and getting my own business off the ground. This video is a follow-up to a video I showed about me feeling overwhelmed with some inventory that I have in my garage, also known as my warehouse, and whether or not I'm a hoarder. So this is a two-part video, and I'm just going to explore some things about what hoarding is, what hoarding isn't, and if it applies to me. So thanks for joining me, and I'll get right into it.
So about 8 months now, I've been selling on eBay. And before then, I tried some affiliate marketing online. Didn't do too well with that because I didn't know anything about selling or business at all. But now I feel a lot more comfortable since I've been selling on eBay. And I also did a quick video on feeling overwhelmed, and that was pretty much talking about. We was talking about a lot of different things, but the beginning was me talking about my inventory, my eBay inventory, which is in my two-car garage, which is supposed to be on which is supposed to be in one half of the garage, but kind of spilled over to the entire garage. And my kids sort of kind of kid with me that I am a hoarder, or I have become a hoarder, but I am not a hoarder. But I'm trying to be a little unbiased here. So I've got some websites that I pulled up that I was actually reading, and one is from the Anxiety and Depression Association of America. The other one is it's called the Balanced Small Business, and I think this is actually, is this an eBay site? No, it's not an eBay site. And then another one is from WebMD. So I'm just gonna quickly read through these articles so that I can try my best to honestly look at where I am, because as it stands, my garage is at full capacity and there's not a lot of room to walk around. I'm able to find things when I sell things, I'm able to put my hands on it within about 5 to 10 minutes, depending on what the item is. If they're smaller items, they're supposed to be packed away in like a little drawer system that sometimes it takes me time to look through, or I just have to move different totes around. But I pretty much know where everything is, but it's still a lot of stuff. So, anyways, let's dive right in and see, and so I can answer the question, how do I know if I'm a hoarder? And again, this is from uh, Anxiety and Depression Association of America. Full disclosure, I have been living with depression for about 20 years at least, diagnosed. And I want to say at most times it's mild and very manageable, but there have been times when I have had to get professional help and go into therapy and get some help to manage it. So, but I've done pretty well lately. And as far as anxiety, I've had moments of anxiety as well, depending on what was going on in my life. But yeah, and also I want to say that there is some hoarding habits in my family. I won't say who, but there is some hoarding habits in my family. I grew up seeing it. I didn't like it. That doesn't seem appealing to me at all. But if I was to compare what I see and what I have seen growing up to what I'm doing now, I personally don't think they're the same. But again, that's why I'm doing this video, just to kind of explore what is hoarding and am I a hoarder? Are there different levels of it, versions of it, whatnot? Okay, so how do I know if I'm a hoarder? And this is from, doesn't say the doctor's name, but there's a picture of somebody there. I'm sure they'll be at the bottom. Hoarding is a compulsive purchasing, acquiring, searching, and saving of items that have little or no value. I personally believe the items I have value, but that might be up for debate. The behavior usually has deleterious. I know how to say this word, but I can't say it at the moment. Delete Deleterious effects. That's what I'm going to say. Deleterious effects: emotional, physical, social, financial, and even legal for a hoarder and family. I don't see any of that yet. Okay. The descriptions below are typical of someone who hoards. Avoid throwing away possessions. Common hoarded items are newspapers, magazines, paper, and plastic bags, cardboard boxes, photographs, household supplies, food, and clothing. No, I do not typically collect in this fashion. However, when I do pick up freebies or when I've had the opportunities to go to house cleanouts, photographs can kind of be a collectible thing. So, yes. Household supplies, if I've seen that they were in good condition, yes. Clothing, especially when they're vintage or look vintage, yes. The magazines, paper, and plastic bags, no. Cardboard boxes, no. Okay. Experiences severe anxiety about discarding possessions. For my personal items, no. Which is why you guys see me wear pretty much the same thing quite often. I I want to live a minimalist life. My personal life, I do want to live a minimalist life. So for the past months, well, for the past several years, I've learned how to let go a lot of things, including in my wardrobe. In the past several months, I've really pared down my wardrobe. So all I have is really work clothes. And a lot of my work clothes have my work logo on it. Like I came from work today and I've been running around doing errands and I haven't come home to change yet. So I have on work clothes under here with my work logo on it. And I don't feel comfortable putting that on the internet right at this time. So I usually just wear this jacket to cover up. I have more clothes. Not a lot. I have more clothes. I just use this as a cover up. I probably end up getting something better. Something that's not so stained up, but eh. So personally, I don't have a lot of personal items, but when it comes to my inventory, yes, I do have some anxiety about discarding my possessions because most of my eBay inventory is considered vintage, which means it's at least 20 years old or older. There is value in that if I can find a buyer. If I can buy, I do know that that's the caveat. If I can find a buyer, there's value in it. So I do have some anxiety about it. Sometimes I just want to just clean it all out and just start all over. But I'm like, that's throwing away money because I've looked up most of what I have, and I've seen the price range or the value range, and I could get money if I could collect everyone in the world who's interested in that and sell it in one day. Boy, I personally think I could get about at least 5 grand, which isn't a whole lot of money, but it's money that I didn't have. So between $5,000 and $10,000, because I mean, just think about it, not just the huge things, the small things like jewelry, little watches, books. I mean, these are all, some of it is kind of kitschy, kind of costumey stuff, but not really, really valuable, but to the collector, it's valuable. So, anyways, I feel like if I was to get rid of it, I'd be throwing away money. So, yeah, that makes me feel anxious. Okay, let's go on. Has trouble making decisions about organizing possessions? No. I don't have trouble making the decisions about organizing, I just don't have the time. I had about 3 weeks of vacation off from my job, and during that vacation time, I was full force organizing, cleaning, listing on eBay, um, checking my orders, checking my emails. Just I spent a lot of time in my garage, rearranging things, cataloging things, pulling things out, polishing and cleaning up things, and just trying to put some order to it. So no, I don't feel like that part applies to me. Let's see, where am I at? Has trouble making decisions about organizing? No, that doesn't apply to me. Okay, feels overwhelmed or embarrassed by possessions? Yes and no. Not really. Like my son kind of teases me a little bit because he's like, "Dang, ma, in May of 2018, I could skate in here. You know, he'd get on the skateboard or his rollerblades, and he could skate on the surface on the inside of the garage, the whole garage. And by June, there was a little corner of stuff, and by July, half the garage was gone. So he's like, it's like he wakes up and one day the garage space is gone, and it's a little embarrassing. And then, like, I take a lot of my pictures in natural light. I either do it by my front door or I do it in my garage with the garage door up so I can get some natural light and the pictures will come out a lot better than taking it indoors. So when my garage door is up, I feel a little weird about my neighbors possibly seeing what I have, what I'm doing. Yeah, especially when it's all pulled out. Most of the time it's put up on shelves, but if I go out and grab a bunch of freebies, like sometimes people will give you bags and bags of stuff. It's freebies. Look it up on Craigslist. You can get addicted. Sometimes it'll be toys, it'll be clothes, it'll be different things. At those times, I will bring in the bags, open everything up, put it on the ground. I have a tarp, so it's not getting all dirty and nasty. Put it on the ground so I can see what's what, separated. Okay, I got jeans here, I got shirts here, I got baby clothes here, and I have it all out. And I might not be able to finish it all in one day. So for a couple of days, I got a big pile of clothes everywhere, or I've got stuffed animals everywhere, or I've got books that I have to say, okay, nonfiction, biography, kids books, and it's just for a while it's a mess. It's always a little bit of chaos before I can separate and put things up. So yeah, at those times I do feel a little bit embarrassed when I'm out taking my pictures and I have like my tubs out or sitting around me as I'm going through things to take pictures of, things that I've taken pictures of. It's like a little assembly line thing that I'm okay, pull it here, put it up on my mannequin, take my picture, put it over here. So sometimes I feel a little not even embarrassed, but just self conscious. Like, are my neighbors looking at me? Are they looking at my stuff? Are they wondering what I'm doing? Is a random person going to walk by and look in my garage and see? This is where my real anxiety comes from. Is a random person going to come by and see stuff, think that I have something that's more valuable than it is, and like try to break in my house? That makes me anxious. Like, I don't have valuable stuff that the average person would want, but I feel like people are looking at my stuff, man. Don't look at my stuff. Okay. Is suspicious of people touching possessions. Only my kids, because they try to claim my stuff. They try to claim my stuff. They tease me, they make fun of me, but sometimes when I get them some really nice things, like I got a little leather backpack that my son wants to claim. I got a couple things that my daughter wants to claim. Yeah, because I'm like, that's worth money. That's my inventory. You didn't help me pick it. No, you can't have it. And some stuff has come up missing. So, anyways, I'll leave that be. Okay, does the person have obsessive thoughts about possessions? Obsessive, sometimes. But in my mind, I'm obsessing about it in a business way. Like I'm thinking, who would I sell this to? So, okay, this is the type of person I'm going to be selling to. How can I title it and describe it in a way that will sell to this particular target group? Should I throw this away? Should I look for if it's a part missing? Should I buy that missing part online maybe to make it more valuable? Yeah, I obsess over it sometimes, but in a way that I try to think about how to make it more valuable. Do I obsess about fear of running out of an item and needing it later? No, no. Do I check the garbage to see if an item was accidentally discarded? No, no. A person that's hoarding may have functional impairments such as loss of living space inside the home. Yes, but no place to eat, sleep, or cook? No. My inventory is in dedicated spots. The garage, even though it's only supposed to be one half of the garage, and my closet, which I cleared. That is a cat in the background scratching on a pizza box. I'm sorry if you hear that. Yeah. PJ, psh, leave that box alone. It's an empty pizza box. He's scratching his nails. So yeah, there's dedicated spaces for it. I cleared all my personal items out of my closet because I have a huge walk-in closet, and again, I'm trying to go for a minimalist lifestyle, and so I kind of wear a lot of the same things over and over again anyway. So I took all of my things, I put them on a bookshelf and arranged that, and then I dedicated that space to my books, my used books that I sell, and a lot of the heavier items and dresses and coats and blazers and things like that. So I have a place to eat and sleep. I have a place to cook. But yeah, it's definitely taken over my garage. And at one point, it was taking over my laundry room because I have a lot of items that I take in and I wash, and I have like my stuff piled up over here and for sale stuff piled up over here, and I don't always get to it, very quickly to either fold my stuff and put it away or dry that stuff and put it back out in the bins. Social isolation. I'm isolated anyways. That's been my life for a while because of my personality. Because I'm an introvert and I don't have friends, but that has nothing to do with my inventory. Next selection. Okay, family or marital problems? No, my kids tease me, but I don't think there's any problems with them. Financial difficulties? No. Other than the fact that I'm not making money off of it yet? No. Health hazards? Maybe. Sometimes it can be a slip trip hazard in there, especially since the last 2 weeks I took everything from one side and I pulled it out because I'm planning on having a garage sale and I want to make it so that everything is pulled out and spread out as much as possible so people can, because I want it in the garage where it'll be out of the sun and out of the elements if it should start to rain. And I would like people to be able to come in, walk around, see everything, and almost have it as if it was a little store, an actual store. So right now, since everything isn't put back in its specific spot, it's real tight in there in some spots and kind of a health hazard, but not too bad. Okay, people hoard for many reasons, among them the belief that their possessions will be useful or valuable in the future. Has sentimental value, are unique and irreplaceable, or because they can't decide where something goes, it's better just to keep it. Yes, this part. I do believe a lot of my things have some value. Maybe not sentimental value to me, but I think they are unique. Not, and some of them are irreplaceable because the older the item is, it hasn't been made. It's not made anymore, and it's rare. So I'm going to finish this one part up, and then I'm going to turn these other two articles into a part 2 and 3 because this is already getting at the 17-minute mark. I'm going to keep recording, but the rest of this I'm just going to cut up into some more sections just to make it a little bit more manageable to listen to and or watch. Okay, hoarding versus collecting. Hoarding is not the same as collecting. In general, collectors have a sense of pride about their possessions. I feel that way. And they experience joy in displaying and talking about their possessions and conversing. They keep their collection organized, feel satisfied adding to it, and budget their time and money. So far, so good. I wish I had more people to talk about it with, but I don't discuss my eBay with about I don't think maybe 2 or 3 or 4 of my coworkers know, but I don't really talk to them about what I do, and then my kids are not interested. So Don't talk to them about it. And again, I have no friends, so don't talk about it at all. Hoarders generally experience embarrassment about their possessions and feel uncomfortable when others see them. Yeah, I still feel that way. Their clutter often takes over functional living space, just a little bit in the garage, just a little bit in the laundry room. Although I do prefer to park in my garage, so that's an inconvenience. And they feel sad or ashamed after acquiring additional items, only because the stuff is not going out as fast as it's coming in. Also, they often incur great debt, sometimes extreme. But you know what? I think this is for people who are buying things. I have not bought very much from there. I've gone to the Goodwill once or twice. PJ, stop it. I've gone to the Goodwill once or twice to stock up on some items, and I went to a store closing that I got some new items, like a really, really big bag of stuff. Other than that, no, I do not buy. No, I don't buy for eBay, but I have invested $320 in new items for my new store that's going to be my online stuff, but it's not putting me in debt. Effective treatment is available from qualified mental health professionals who can also help the affected family members. And it's got a link here to listen to a podcast about hoarding and suggest finding a therapist. So this is the article on Anxiety and Depression Association of America. How do I know if I'm a hoarder? It looks like some elements might apply to me, but I think I am going to continue to claim being a collector more than a hoarder. So I'm going to finish up this and call this part one, and I will do part two starting.